I am Marc Suidan. I'm from the PwC team. We're glad to be here and excited to welcome you. We have a stellar set of keynote speakers and panelists. A bit about PwC, I'll give you guys a quick overview. Funny enough, my day job is M&A. So for those who don't know what that is, mergers and acquisition. But my passion is transforming education. So that's what I do on a part-time basis. And I sit on the board of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation. And shortly, Muhammed will come talk more about what that is. So a few things. Let me give you a quick introduction. But first of all, just so you know, all on the top of your program, that may take a few seconds to set up. It's not algebra questions, nothing too complex. What it is that if you want to ask panelists questions, either your smartphone or any connected device, go to the website www.sli.do. It's at the top of your program, and that way you could ask questions later on for panelists. So let me tell you a bit more about us, who we are, and what we're doing here. So first of all, PwC, holistically speaking, is a $40 billion entity across the world with 190,000 employees. Our day job tends to be accounting, tax, and consulting, but what we're focused on today here is education. We've got a big corporate responsibility arm. A few years ago, we announced a $160 million commitment to youth education, and that's made up of $60 million in cash and 1 million volunteer hours. And we expect that by 2017, which is not too far away, we'll have reached 2.5 million students and teachers. Let me tell you about more what we do within that. We've been driving a lot of what we get in all our offices across the country. So in the US, we have roughly 35,000 people. A lot of them go out and volunteer to teach what we call financial literacy. And then we have seminar on financial responsibility. We have our own curriculum. We also drive an innovation award. And we send a few hundred people every year to Belize to help them with financial literacy. I went on it. People thought I was headed on vacation, but when you're in Belize City, it's really, really helping them out and not really scuba diving. Today, we're focused on education technology, which is one of our strategic initiatives within our Earn Your Future. And I'll tell you a bit more about what we've been doing and the different parties involved. So, the EdTech vision that we have is first and foremost all focused on improving student achievement. That is ultimately what we're all aiming for. And given we're in Silicon Valley and we're the world center of innovation, a few of us got together and said it's kind of embarrassing that we're in Silicon Valley and we're not world class when it comes to delivering education by leveraging technology, because we have the world's best technologists right here present with us. So with that effect, we got a few parties together and we said we're going to take a three-step approach. The first one is PwC working with the different members and interviewing different schools out there that have experimented with EdTech, put together a paper, which hopefully you all have a copy of and you'll all read it. And I'll share in a bit the insights. Simultaneously, the East Side Union High School District, which you'll see they're part of the panels today, initiated a bond and are in the process of implementing an EdTech plan. And of course, whatever we were finding along the way, we were sharing with them. And the third element, which is what this is about today, is how do we get more schools and districts in the education system to be more aware of where they stand relative to technology for the sake of student achievement. So for that, the Silicon Valley Education Foundation got a committee together that is made up of, I just talked about the East Side Union High School District, and you'll see their panelists today. Also Nexenta, which is a disruptive innovator of technology. Ourselves, PwC, because we're experts in technology and change management. And the Silicon Valley Education Management Team, as well as some of their board members that include technology executives, of which you'll meet some in a bit shortly. So that's what we got together. And in short, let me tell you what we found. So what we found is, with this paper, is probably the biggest thing, the three biggest thing is what we have up here. Number one, when we put ourselves in the shoes of schools, they felt like there's a lot of fragmentation out there. They want to do something. It's hard to know where to start. There's so many decisions to make. So it was very confusing in their shoes. And so the second thing based on that is, what we found is there's a lot of programs out there, but a lot of them tended to be, hey, we got devices, we gave them wireless access, but it wasn't really about transforming the learning experience. And that's where we felt a lot had to be done. How do you transform the learning experience, which is hopefully what we're going to talk about today. And then the third is really having a more cohesive ecosystem. An analogy for that is, for instance, I've got a computer at work, I've got an iPhone, I've got an iPad. I could connect from anywhere. It always knows who I am. I always could see my calendar, my email. I could submit things. I could download files. There's workflow around. So it's more personalized. It knows who you are, whether you access from home or school or library. So that's a more complete ecosystem. So with that, what we've done is we decided, how do we share that knowledge with everybody else out there, especially school districts? So we've built an assessment tool, and there's a table out front that you guys could see about how school districts or IT directors of school districts with their superintendents could complete an assessment. It takes about 1 or 2 hours to complete the assessment, roughly 31 questions in it. Honestly, whatever gets completed is really to help you understand what you have and what you don't have. What you decide to do with it is a district's choice. Everything you completed remains confidential to you. We only analyze aggregate data, and that's the only thing we would share publicly. So we'd love the different districts in the Bay Area to complete that, because that's where we feel it would be a good starting point to have our districts think about where education technology should be and their system.